Hello there. Once again, it's Anton from Anton Bay. Thank you for stopping by the collection room. Today we're taking a look at some comic books. It's Gambit and the Externals. This is from the Age of Apocalypse. We've been working through a couple of different Age of Apocalypse books. And if you like it all, anything that you're seeing on the channel, please hit the subscribe button or at least the like button. It'd be nice. I appreciate it when people do that. As far as the books, today it's Gambit and the Externals. Now, I love the Age of Apocalypse, and I explained in my last AOA video that this was about the exact time I was jumping on to Marvel Comics in general, the regular Marvel X-Men universe. So this was literally like my first exposure to a lot of these characters. And so as I would go back to the regular universe, it was a lot of adjustment from that. So I had known like the core cast of X-Men I had been exposed to in like the cartoon and in the X-Men Adventure comic book series. But some side characters like Sunspot, Strong Guy, Lila Cheney, these were some that I was way less familiar with. So this was literally my first exposure to those characters. And to say that their appearance in the Age of Apocalypse didn't taint my opinion of them as the rest of the comic books, yeah, there's no way. So even though it's an Elseworld story, alternate reality timeline, it is definitely something that I kind of carried with me and had to learn everything backwards. I'm looking for the artist on this one. By the way, this would be March of 1995. Looks to me like Tony Daniel is the penciler. I would have thought this looked a lot more like Jim Lee or Kubert art. But I guess Kubert was doing the Amazing X-Men book. So anyway, this is Tony Daniel. It looks very good. I'm very pleased with it. And like I said, this was my first exposure to Guido. Now, I'm going to say I love the whole Age of Apocalypse. Don't get me wrong. Gambit and the Externals was kind of one of the weaker books, though, as far as hard-hitting, impact-wise, and of my favorites, mostly because we're dealing with a lot of off-world stuff. So we're on the planet very briefly. The team consists of Lila Cheney, Jubilee, Sunspot, Strong Guy, and Gambit. And of course, as the series progresses on, they run in with Richter. I forgot all about Richter being the bad guy in this. But in this, Gambit, though still in love with Rogue, has moved on because she's married to Magneto. He is married to Lila Cheney, a woman that he cares very much about, but it's also sad because she's kind of like the runner-up. She is not the ultimate prize that he wanted, which was Rogue, which is kind of sad. It's just a bummer. And as the series goes on, because he doesn't care about her as much as he should, and it's twisted. And watching Strong Guy throw Jubilee at people and her like exploding stuff because she's way more untapped potential and more powerful in this series. It's pretty cool. As you'll find with a lot of the series, a lot of the characters, a lot of them are way more powerful in the Age of Apocalypse than they are in the standard Marvel Universe because they're forced to be. They're not near as safe. They have to really thrive to survive. Means they're a lot more powerful than they think they are. Some are also way crappier, like Juggernaut. He is not near as cool in the AOA as he is in the regular Marvel Universe. So he sends them on a mission. Magneto sends the Externals on a mission to the Shi'ar Empire, or the Shi'ar Empire, however you say that, where we see very familiar faces, which are relatively unchanged, except that the coup that the X-Men helped defeat didn't get stopped. So there was a government coup back then. So the rulers have changed. Also, as we proceed on, we'll see that Strong guy, Guido, is a traitor in their midst, which is very sad because this is the second time in one of the books that one of the major powerful characters turns traitor, basically. Betrayal is very hard in this because it taints that character just permanently. Like, I permanently hate... well, I don't hate him anymore. I've kind of come across, overcome it, but I still have this, like, real disdain for Colossus over his behavior in Gen X for leaving the team behind to die. And Guido, I have a terrible distrust of him just because he exchanges basically the whole team and trades them in. It's sad. Gambit, of course, he does... I always loved him. I don't care what universe he's in, I love that guy. Gladiator. Gambit, of course, has to sacrifice his love. I always love this particular... Rennie, what the bejubies have you gotten us into? And she, like, smashes the cigarette. I thought it was hilarious. Yeah, in the very end of it, he ends up sacrificing his feelings for Rogue to give to the Macran crystal. And I thought this was cool. Age of Apocalypse Starjammers features Deathbird in it, which I thought was really neat. And they're inside the Macran crystal. I believe they made a lot of second printings for some of these. And you'll tell that the colors are slightly different on from the original covers that you may have had. If you can hear that, that is my little puppy in the other room. I recently got a new beagle puppy, and he's going crazy, picking on our old beagle puppy, and they're having fun in there. Wow, that is nice. This one, the penciler has changed. We have Al Milgrom, and that is some fantastic ship work right there. And another character I'm always very fond of is Deathbird. I don't know why. I just... there was a couple issues where she was running around with Bishop in the old Uncanny X-Men storyline, and I thought those issues were great. Underrated character. I think we finally got a Marvel Legend of her. Not that I've got it yet, but I know that they make one. All right, so they're battling inside the Macran. They got to take out Gladiator, who's now teamed up with the evil Richter, who is one of Apocalypse's goons. Deathbird. I think Deathbird is working with them heavily. And... yeah, the Guardian of the Macran explains to Gambit right here, and I thought this part was cool, that you have to leave a part of yourself a fair trade, because the Macran takes a part of you, and you're taking a part of it, it takes a part of you. He says that may be a problem. You see, this Cajun boy never had anything in his whole life. He has nothing to trade. As the battle rages on, and so he's like, all right, I just realized the only thing I have to offer, this is for you, Rogue, mon amour. And he whacks the crystal, takes the shard because they need it to fix reality, to go back to the time where Charles Xavier did not get assassinated by Legion, which of course is how the whole AoE started. It's a convoluted storyline to really try and run through in like 4 issues, but oh my gosh, this is so well done. And all of them intertwine with each other to some degree, and that's why I don't know, there's the Cap books, like the first and the fourth, always come back and tie in back with the rest of the team. This Alison Blair, Dazzler, is fantastic. And Paris Bennett is Exodus. Exodus is freaking cool. I know he's like a terrible monster in the regular Uncanny X-Men storyline, but I was always a big fan. Thought his outfit was cool. They go through all this trouble. And now it's time for the betrayal. And here is this whole deal with Lila. He's like, she has loved him from the moment they met, but he loved another truly and deeply. And the shadow of that unfulfilled passion has always cast a pall on their relationship. She always wondered just how much he actually cares for her. She was willing to go for another galaxy for him. How far is he willing to go for her? And that is a sad deal. That unrequited thing, that is awful. And of course we got Richter reappearing like a turd. Jubilee has the Macran crystal. I think she's got the crystal. I know she has the kid. She's got Magneto's kid. Trying to run. And there he is. He's going to take the shard and the kid, and he's going to take it to Apocalypse. He is a traitor. Traitor. And I can't remember how or when he ever gets his comeuppance. Most everybody, it seems like in the Age of Apocalypse, good or bad, he ends up having to save the kid. Like, let's see. I don't remember how he dies. I'm struggling here. All right, he kills Richter. Apocalypse has got Magneto's son. Gambit has Lila. The world, they just wait for it to end. So that's issue 4. This is a brilliant series. And I hate to disparage it because a lot happens to it. The retrieving the Macran crystal is very important to the overall defeat of Apocalypse. I don't think it actually... I think it comes into play in X-Men Omega, I think. Alpha? Yeah, I believe it's Omega. Anyway, but it's just not as good a series as some of them. A lot of them you see like the effects of Apocalypse on the country, on the ground, and everything like that. This is more just like a mission into outer space. A lot happens. It's not as in-depth with the way things are on Earth, and that makes it maybe not quite as good. I would rank it as better than Excalibur, but Excalibur is like my least favorite of all of the series from the AOA. Either way, it's not as good as like Weapon X or Factor X, but it's still good. It's definitely worth having, definitely worth reading, and of course, it's Gambit. How could you not love it? Anyway, I appreciate you guys watching this video. Like I said before, I would love it if you'd hit the like button, and if you want to subscribe, please do subscribe. I find that almost all of my videos are watched by people who aren't subscribed, and it'd be cool if you did subscribe. So, thank you guys for watching. That's my story. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.